I'm done with what I'm seeing. It is so unsafe in my neighborhood anymore. I have the homeless that were trying to camp out, and I have made concessions with them, and I try to help them the best I can to keep them from trying to squat on my property. But it is so unsafe. I have men that cannot speak English in my front yard screaming at me, throwing mattresses in my front yard, throwing trash in my front yard. And I can't. Look at me, I weigh 95 pounds. I couldn't defend myself if I had to. My husband.
I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am. I'm really sorry to hear that, because if that was me, I'm fighting. They gotta get off my property. I'll be honest with you, man. This is Springfield, Ohio. These are the residents talking to the commission at a city meeting. So let's continue, y'all.
Is elderly, and last night, after living in this home for 45 years, he said, Noelle, guess what? It's time to pack up and move. He said, we can't do this anymore. He said, it's killing both of us mentally. I don't understand what you expect of us as citizens. I mean, I understand they're here under temporary protected status and you're protecting them, and I understand that our city services are overwhelmed and understaffed. But who's protecting us? If we're protecting them, who's protecting me? I want out of this town. I am sorry. Please give me a reason to stay.
You guys are just sitting up there and something. Like, I really challenge you guys to get out here and do something. These Haitians are running into trash cans. They're running into buildings. They're running into... They flipping cars in the middle of the street. And I don't know how, like, y'all can be comfortable with this. Like, I don't know, like, who's getting paid from it. I honestly feel like someone's getting paid from it in the background. You got a bunch of people on a bus getting dropped off at a gas station to come down here. I know a single mom that FaceTimed me this morning at the welfare office that really need something. And it's nothing but immigrants over there. They're in the park grabbing up ducks by their neck and cutting their head off and walking off with them and eating them, like. And it's going to get bigger, and it's only going to get worse. And y'all sitting up there in these chairs, all y'all need to get out here and do something. Y'all making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Y'all need to put on a T-shirt and some Crocs, and then y'all need to come out here in these streets, and y'all need to go out here and I'm out here before.
They ain't doing none of that. Those people are getting paid, brother. They're getting paid to sit there and look pretty and answer y'all questions as best as they politically can. That's the government that is running Springfield, Ohio right now. The city of Springfield. That's unfortunate. Yo, this is United States, man. You can't just go up to a lake, grab a duck by the neck, grab a geese by the neck, break its neck, and take it home. This is not an island. That's not okay here, man. That's animal cruelty. That's not a hunting zone. It's not a hunting zone. And y'all might be familiar. Y'all might do that back home. And I get it. Because back home is survival of the fittest. You got to eat what you kill. And that's what they're doing. They come into their city and they're living by their rules. This is amazing, honestly. And I remember hearing that this story was happening, and people were like saying, "Oh no, this is not a thing. This is not happening." Blah 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 blah. But this is coming out of the people's mouths that actually live there, that are actually seeing it for themselves, not just reading off of news headlines. This is amazing. Literally, this is really crazy to me. You cannot do that. This is wild.
Where the police is. Like, y'all need to do something, bro. Y'all really got to stand on business. Y'all getting paid all this money just to wear a suit and sit in a chair. I think it's crazy, bro. That's where they come from, and that's what they do. That's their country. I don't know what they got going on over there, but they can't do that over here. And if y'all just getting paid from it and then y'all ain't doing nothing about it, I think that's super weird, bro. Y'all got to stand on business. Y'all got to really, like, step up. Like, it's lame, bro. Like, for real.
Thank you for your comments.
Thank you.
Sure.
Driving around Springfield, I was looking at the giant holes in some of our buildings. I noticed all of the old familiar spots bearing new signs in an unfamiliar language. I watched as groups of strangers walked around the city like lost tourists, and it was like a punch in the gut. A terrible sadness came over me, and I began to cry. I immediately started to think back to when I was little, walking from my grandma's house on South Fountain through downtown and all the way to Snyder Park. I feel like we have been invaded by some sort of pest. I'm angry that my friends and family are packing up and moving away. I'm angry that foreigners are using up the resources that were set up for the Americans that reside here. I'm angry that another country's flag was being flown in our city. I'm angry when I see our businesses and recreational areas littered with garbage left by people that do not know or understand our laws and culture and are making no attempt to learn about them. And let me be clear, this is not about race. This is about people being given the privilege of coming here from another country and having no respect for our people, our land, or our life's work. People living their life here the way they did in Haiti, angry, stealing, polluting, living in filth, and acting like animals. These are not civilized people. Opening containers in our grocery stores, helping themselves to what's inside and throwing the rest onto the shelves and floors. Pulling off of the highway to publicly clean and gut the roadkill lying there in front of anyone that passes by. Stealing animals from farmers and leaving their severed heads at the side of an old school where children play. Relieving...
Nah. God damn. God damn. I don't even know how to respond to that one. I can't even lie to you. Wow. They said they eating the roadkill. They going into the supermarkets, eating up whatever's on the shelf and putting it back. Listen here, man. Listen here. I get it. I get it. No offense to nobody coming here, respectfully. But like, if you come to my city and you are outside my house 24/7 every single day because you got no place to be and you were just dropped there and you were just invading my privacy, I'm gonna be like, who the hell are these people? Who the hell are they? Why are they here? I don't care what race, where you're from. I don't care what you're talking about. Who are all these people? Why are they here? And why are they on my lawn? Get off my lawn. They don't work like that over here, man. This is weird behavior. Honestly, I feel bad for y'all in Springfield. I really do. If this is really, I mean, from the looks of it, it's really going on. But since this is really going on, I really do feel bad because, you know, these people probably been living there for years. These are poor. You could tell these are like hardworking, poor Americans. Like, they don't have much. They got what they got, but they just want their own space. Like, they don't want no intruders. They don't want no people that, you know, are trying to take advantage. They don't want none of that. They want to work hard. They want to be a great American. They want American culture in their city. I don't blame them. It's unfortunate what's going on out there in these streets, man.
Themselves in public, making some barbaric stew out of the birds that live in our park. This is insanity, and it has to stop. What will become of Springfield? Where will we be in 5 years? The thought terrifies me.
There have been firsthand reports of wrong-way drivers on one-way streets, drivers ignoring stop signs, and red lights and other traffic issues. There is the impact on businesses having to deal with language, cultural differences. There is the strain on public resources, both governmental and private services, including health.
I'm taking my cart down the grocery aisle, and I have 3 immigrants strapped across the aisle. Seen me coming, would not budge, wouldn't even, and I said, excuse me. Maybe they didn't understand what I was saying, but I'm sure they understood that I was trying to get through that aisle. So I have no recourse now but to bust through it. I'm not afraid to do so. You know, I would like to see them have some common respect, some common decency. do not try to bully your way through Springfield, Ohio. It's not going to work out well.
Having thousands of new immigrant neighbors move into our city during the past few years has been stressful and overwhelming, but I am hopeful for a shared future with them. Speaking from personal experience, our Haitian neighbors and other newcomers I have met have been kind, grateful, hardworking people who want to play a positive role in our community. They are students, employees, business owners, and consumers who are contributing to our city.
You see, that's the part that people don't like to speak about too, that are, against anti-immigration and all this stuff, is that there is actually a good amount of people, majority of migrants, are actually here to do a good job. They're here to be good citizens, good people. They're here to take care of the United States as well. They're here to look out for other Americans. And they're here to work extremely hard to try to get that American dream too. And, as you can see, it's not all people that want them to go back. There is actually still residents in Springfield that want them to stay there, which is actually very interesting to me, because everything else is getting headlines. The negative situation about this is getting the headlines, but not the positive. So it's actually good to see that there was actually one person out of the majority of that we just watched that is actually for the migrants coming into Springfield, Ohio. It's very, very, very strange situation what's going on here. But let me know y'all thoughts about this down below in the comments. I'd really like to know y'all thoughts, man. We thought this was all a hoax. We thought this was all a lie. But it's actually happening. It's actually happening in these streets. So let me know y'all thoughts, man. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. Until next time, peace.